I have a story about that. Sorry, quick.
No, go, please.
In Peru, I went to Peru when the whole Beyblade thing was, the hype was up. And I remember motherfuckers out there were making like little metal pieces that you put in the middle of your Beyblade, and they're like knives.
Oh shit!
And then motherfuckers in Peru were like fucking playing with like sharp metal edges of Beyblade, like some wild shit. But just
like a modern day cockfight or what? Like a modern day gallo fight, right there?
Yeah, pretty. One of those motherfuckers fell off the stand, dude.
Yeah, that's it, dude. You cut your finger off.
Too focused on what I got going on, I ain't got no time, baby. I'm sorry. I ain't never had a silver spoon. Granny house on the couch in the living room. If you living what you rapping, and I'm
welcome to another episode of the Forever Up podcast, episode number 7. That's right. Self-Provoked in the building for episode number 7. That's right. Welcome to the Forever Up podcast. I'm the host, J9. We got Self-Provoked in the building. Shout out to Carpe Diem Apparel for hosting us today. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. I'm taking this one home just so you guys know. Please don't get mad at me. First off, Self, man, thank you so much for being here, bro. Appreciate you, dude.
Hey, hell yeah. Thanks for having me.
Coming from the Valley or what?
Yeah, the Valley.
Still staying in the Valley?
I'm in North Hollywood, Studio City at the moment until September. My lease is up. I'm out there.
What's up, rubbing elbows with the stars or what?
Nah, a lot of homeless people.
Man, let's talk about that, bro. LA right now is suffering from homelessness, man.
Sucks, yeah.
What's up with that, dog? What are your thoughts on homelessness here in Los Angeles?
It's a very difficult conversation because there's a lot of aspects that go to it. But it sucks. But you know, and there's different types of people who choose to be homeless. You know,
that's
like
true.
People who want to, people who don't want to, people who have problems that want to fix it, people who don't. So I can't really give a black and white answer to it.
No, there really isn't. You're right. Because like you said, there's a lot of people who don't want to integrate themselves into society. And there's some people who had a very bad turnout with their business or whatever. Now they're poor and they're trying to get back on their feet. But like you said, there's those people that don't want to integrate themselves, people who use drugs, you know what I'm saying, or others. You know, it's really, really crazy and it really sucks, man. And it's affecting us a lot. What does gentrification have to do with that?
Like I said, it's I think a majority, and this is me off like an ignorant opinion, or how I see it. I feel like majority of people want to be out there, like from at least the area I'm in, you know, because a lot of people are using or whatever, you know. As far as gentrification coming into the picture, well, obviously that increases prices. That does a lot of drives a lot of people out of certain neighborhoods and stuff. I think that would be more of a. It sucks, but the homelessness I'm talking about in my area, I think it's a lot of drugs and, you know, because I see drug dealers. I see drug dealers walking by doing their little hustles, the tents, and they walk away and shit, you know, and I'm just like, and they're dressed a little nice and shit. And I'm like,
they drive a nice car at the end of the block.
Yeah, they'll park. Yeah, but yeah, gentrification's it's a
very complicated subject because I think it's putting out a lot of our people. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then there's a lot of stuff that's happening to our people, you know, us being Latinos and stuff. We as Latinos, we love our street food. You know, we love our street vendors. We love our paleteros. We love our elote man. We love our churro man. There's a man or a woman or a lady for everything. We got a taco man. We got a taco lady. You know, we got a paleta man. We got a paleta lady. Whatever. Talk about the street vendors, man. How important is that to the culture of Los Angeles?
Oh, hella important, bro. Fucking, I think that's a big part of Los Angeles. All the taco trucks and you know, and the hustlers, they hustle. Cause like, man, there's some taco trucks out in my area until like 1 a.m. and I'm talking about weekdays, you know. So they hustlers. Like they
there was one I spotted when I was in LA in South Central. There was one Tacos Michoacan. You know, it's not like a restaurant. It's just a little spot. It's on the corner of like Central and like 69th. And during the week, I know I can count on them till like 12 a.m. if I wanted some tacos. You know, on the weekend, open till 3 a.m. So guarantee peda with your homies. You know, you're all faded and whatnot. At 2, 3 in the morning, llegas a los tacos and te alivianas a toda madre. You feel me?
That's what they're perfect for.
Hell yeah, definitely, man. And speaking of going out with your homies, happy belated birthday. Did you go out with your homies? What you do for your birthday, man?
You know what? Nah, actually, I just ran errands and, you know, made some money that day and kicked it with the family to close the day. Nothing crazy. The next day I went out to Cambria, the beaches out there a little up north, relaxed.
Where's Cambria exactly?
Almost going towards Slow, going towards Santa Maria, going towards like
Central Coast, Cal, past Santa Barbara.
Yes.
Like San Luis Obispo.
It's like a 3.5 hours north from the valley. Like
Okay,
if you take
Pismo
the 5,
Beach?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That area kind of.
Got it. That's what's up, man.
Chill little
So that's
vibe.
cool. You said you made some money, made some moves, and the way you're making money right now, because I think the last album you had out was Players Run,
Yeah.
2017.
Little project, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I loved it, by the way. I still like it. I still bumped it. I think that's the last time we hooked up. I think that's the last time I interviewed. We had just dropped it. It was in 2017. I think that's the last time.
Sounds about right.
It sounds
yeah.
about right. I hope it was right. Shit. I love that. I still did to this day. I still one of my favorites is Motel 6. And then one of my favorite lines is just, it's such an easy, quick little line, and I like it only because at the time, my oldest son, he was into Beyblades. And you have a line in there that says "Tapping that that's like a Beyblade."
Yeah,
Shit! I was like,
yeah. Hey, I played with those shits heavy when I was like what, probably 10, 9 or whatever. I had the stadium, me and my little neighbors and shit. Like, let it rip.
Yeah, that's exactly. It was like that. We play with my 12-year-old son, and we'd hang out and shit. And sometimes he'd catch me, I'm a little fade or whatever, though. And then he'd go like 1, 2, 3, let it rip.
Yeah. Bro, I'll play. If someone pulls out some Beyblades right now, man, what? Fuck that. Let's set this shit rip real quick. Hell yeah.
Playing Motel 6 in the background while you fucking playing Beyblades.
What do I say?
Tapping that's like a Beyblade.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That's
It's a very rapid.
No, I remember Motel. I remember I mentioned Beyblade on that track because I feel like I was hoping when I made that track, I was like, I hope people still remember Beyblade. Like, yeah.
And at the moment, I think when I had interviewed you, you were talking about how you were like into like I don't know if you still are, or correct me if I'm wrong, anime.
No, I never was into
anime. Never into like the Japanese.
I was into Dragon Ball Z when I was little.
Dragon Ball Z.
And then I watched Death Note. But to say I didn't. Besides
because Beyblade would it fall into like an anime?
I never watched it.
Okay.
I just played it.
You just played it?
Yeah.
I
have a story about that. Sorry, quick.
No, go, please.
In Peru, I went to Peru when the whole Beyblade thing was, the hype was up. And I remember motherfuckers out there were making like little metal pieces that you put in the middle of your Beyblade, and they're like knives.
Oh shit!
And then motherfuckers in Peru were like fucking playing with like sharp metal edges of Beyblade, like some wild shit. But just
like a modern day cockfight or what? Like a modern day gallo fight, right there?
Yeah, pretty. If one of those motherfuckers fell off the stand, yeah,
that's it, dude. You cut your finger off,
cut an artery and die.
Crazy, dude. Where has your music taken you? You mentioned Peru. Out of all the years that you've been, well, first off, how many years have you been doing music for already?
I recorded my first track probably when I was like 14 or 15, so it's been a good like 15 years.
16 years.
Yeah, I started doing it like MySpace days and shit.
And you started doing your music about 15. Out of those 15 years that you've been doing your music, where has your music taken you, and where is the coolest place you've been?
Brazil, São Paulo. I would say the experience I had out there was great. I've been to many dope places. I toured Europe twice. Shout out Reverie. I
shout out to Reverie.
Yeah, I co-headlined for her years back. So Europe, there's a lot of dope places in Europe. Paris was fun. Barcelona was great. But São Paulo, I headlined the show out there. I had like 1,500 people pull out because for some reason Brazil rocks with me.
Have you ever linked up? I'm a very big fan of a Brazilian artist. He's known as Marcelo de Doi down there. He's Marcelo D2. No. He's like the biggest rapper in Brazil. He's done tracks with like Snoop. He's had his songs. I have one song that I like a lot. I feel it. I don't know what the hell it's saying, but it's in the FIFA. I forgot what year. I think it's like FIFA 18 soundtrack. FIFA 18 soundtrack, and it's a dope song. I like it a lot. Was wondering if you ever linked up with him. Probably not, because you never heard of Marcelo de Doi.
No, but I linked up with another big group out there, Oriente and Haikas.
Okay.
They're huge out there, bro. Like millions, like rocking out shows with like thousands of people. Like they're huge.
What are the concert vibes and what are the people vibes out there like considered or compared to the ones in LA?
Well, they're loving, bro. There's just a loving. I feel like South America is a lot more loving and less ego-driven than people out here. Everybody here cares about what you're wearing. Like, this fool got a status. This fool got, and they're just more driven by other things. As far as like over there, it's kind of like, at the time when I went, maybe things changed. At the time when I went, people were just kind of more genuine and more off like just a good time and being real. I hate using that word because it's so vague. I'm using it vaguely, but it was just a very laid back, skater-ish, hip. I want to say a little hippie-ish. You know, people. It was dope.
Peace
man.
and love, man.
Yeah, they were all like easy going. I remember I was
dope.
kicking it with like some chick and some dude and some other people that were showing us around. They were just like very loving people, very dope. People.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, people are like that in LA, but you got to meet a real LA person.
Yeah.
You know, to kind of feel that.
Yeah.
What do you say to the people that come to LA, trash it? I mean, talk shit about it, you know, and then but try to make it and try to live here and try to act like they're all about the city.
Do what thou will. If they want to do that, like, you know, let them do that. But at the same time, we don't have to mess with them. We don't have to like associate with them. But I don't really observations and criticisms. Like I let people have them because I have a lot too. You know, a lot that I keep to myself. You know. So when people are expressive about theirs, I just kind of like, even if I disagree and think they're idiots, I still like might keep my mouth shut and just be like, all right, that's cool. You know?
Like that saying in Spanish, calladito te miras más bonito.
Yeah, my mom told me that recently because I almost got in a fight with my uncle.
Oh,
No,
over,
not a
over
fight.
the terrenos and shit or what?
No, not a fight.
Over the land back in the motherland or what?
Nah, shout out my uncle though, he cool.
You are from, your family's from South America, right? Is it
Right.
Argentina?
My dad's from Argentina, my mom's from Peru. Yeah.
Argentina. I love Argentina. What do you call a carne asada in Argentina?
Carne asada.
A carne asada? You guys don't call
Una
it
parrilla.
Una parrilla.
Carne asada.
Yeah, because I love the terms, and I like to learn the different terms for carne asadas in different languages
Like
and different
churrasco.
countries. Churrasco, yeah, churrasqueria.
Mm-hmm.
When you go, what do you usually get? The picaña or what?
No, I do Argentinian food. Milanesa de pollo. Some
Milanesa de
arroz,
pollo
yeah.
con arroz. You guys are not very big on spiciness, on salsas and stuff like that, right?
Argentinians are and Peruvians are.
Peruvians
Have ají.
My friend, he's Ecuadorian, but he grew up in Los Angeles, so he's an adopted Mexican, right? He went to Argentina. He had a story, and he's like, yeah, I went to Argentina once, and then I ordered a steak, and in this place, right? And they got mad at me porque I asked for salsa, I asked for chile, and they asked me where I was from. Sí, boludo, es de Los Ángeles. Los mexicanos siempre quieren comer con todo con chile.
Hey, you have a good Argentinian accent, actually.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Wally. We gotta work. Hey, gotta get me on the movie, dog.
Yeah, that was actually really good. That was good.
Thank you, I appreciate
I felt like
that.
I was at my aunt's house.
I think that all has to do with soccer, bro. I've been watching soccer since I was little, and you know some of the announcers in Spanish are "Che boludo, se la lleva, che boludo." Yeah, that's all I know. Though. All I know is fucking boludo, bro. I don't know anything else. But yeah, he let him have it, bro, because he put chile on the steak. He says, no saben comer sin chile. Es que no saben sazonar la comida. I'm like, fuck.
Nah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's how they are, for sure. But Peruvians, nah, bro. Like my mom and my dad always like fucking bump heads, like not bump heads, but like this is too spicy, and I'll taste it, and I'm like, this is not spicy at all.
It's
And
just right.
Yeah, and my dad's like, nah, it's spicy. I guess. Like,
Speaking of food, you said you went to France, and you've traveled a lot, so I'm sure that you've heard that French food is known as some of the finest food in the world. Is the food in France?
dude,
really
I was
that fucking good?
my dumbass was a vegetarian when I went, so I didn't get to experience it.
Wait, why are you a dumbass? Because you can.
Because I went vegetarian. Just
That was a stupid ass mistake, or what? You just know.
I was doing it the wrong way. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure there's healthy ways to go about it, even though I wouldn't. Like I said, keep finishing to myself.
Right.
I tried to do it, but I was doing it very unhealthy. I was eating like pastas. I was eating breads. I was eating French fries. I was eating a bunch of dumb shit, you know, which was way worse than if I was just eating meat by itself. But,
Definitely.
yeah. So I didn't really get to enjoy the food too much, to be honest, when I went out
Because
there.
I heard French food is sucky. I heard
It's
it's
sucky?
not that. I heard it's not that good. I heard that they praise it, you know. But I heard also, but I can't say because I've never been to France. I thought I asked somebody who went to France and shit, you know.
You know what food gets a lot of praise? Peruvian food.
Yes.
Yeah, Peruvian food. A lot of people are like, oh, you're Peruvian. Oh, I love the food. I'm like,
Favorite Peruvian food here in Los Angeles restaurant that you can recommend?
I would what's that shit called? Las Quenas? I think there's one called Las Quenas in North Hollywood.
Las Quenas in North Hollywood.
There's one
okay.
in Costa Mesa as well. I forgot what it's called. That one was really good too. But so far, most of the Peruvian spots I hit, they're pretty good, you know? Like, But I think the best one I had was someplace Las Quenas, which I don't know if it's still there because it was a long time ago.
What do you recommend besides the lomo saltado? Because that's the basic dish that I know that's all I ever order, bro. It's a lomo saltado with the little green sauce. And if you go to like an OG, like nice restaurant, they serve you that little soup too, right before your lomo saltado. I don't know what that soup is. That's just fire.
There's Papa La Huancaína. There's
That's with that Alfredo sauce, right? Like the Huancaína?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's...
But yeah, no, there's a few places, bro. I sound like a whack ass Peruvian because I'm giving you that thing. Damn, my fucking stomach just started hurting all random.
Is that the White Claw, bro?
But yeah. Papa La Huancaína, milanesa de pollo, like Argentinian or Peruvian. Bistec, tallarines verdes, like a spinach spaghetti sauce. Yeah, that's what I would recommend.
It's very, very pasta. They have a lot of pastas in the Peruvian dishes, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Favorite place to go in Peru? Like, did you visit any monuments, any like cultural?
I've only been to Chosica, bro, and Lima, but I didn't even spend too much time on Lima, to be honest.
No.
Chosica was mostly like the most time I spent somewhere. And all my family lives out there. There's like a little town outside of Lima, probably like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
When I went, it was like a bunch of dirt roads, a bunch of like motorcycle taxis. Because out there they got motorcycles. Like I'm sure they have it in other countries. Somebody riding a bike with like a little carriage behind them.
Yeah, they got them down in San Diego too. They're expensive. And
Yeah,
shit.
no, yeah. The Gaslight District.
The Gaslamp District. It's expensive. One time I was so faded walking down the Gaslamp District. I was with my chick, and we're just faded, and we're trying to get back to the car, and he tried to charge me like $60 for like 2 blocks, bro. I was like, nah, fam, I'm drunk, but I ain't.
Were you talking in your Argentinian accent or something?
No,
I thought you were a tourist or something. Like, $60.
No, I was talking to my Paisa accent, bro. It's different when I speak Paisa. ¿Qué onda, güey? ¿Me das reto? No, it's different.
Damn, taxing his own people. That's fucked up.
Man, music-wise, man, what have you been up to? I know you got a single. It's called Order. Talk about Order. What's the message in the song? What you're talking about, and can we expect something from you pretty soon? Like
yeah,
a project.
It was pretty much just sharing my thought. A very grounded track, talking about all types of things I think about on a regular basis. To be honest, like some talking about people trying to flex on us, or people who don't want to. There's a lot of people that like to throw their money in people's faces and stuff like that, which I think is very tacky. But then again, there's always marketing tactics at work and stuff. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that works. So it's understandable at some points. But the fact that I feel like a lot of people have been brainwashed to think that's a way of life. Materialism is like the number one like lifestyle out here, and it's spreading. It's not just out here; it's everywhere. It's bleeding through everywhere. But so I touch base on that. So like my hook is like I sold Circe and I got more lost, but that's how it goes. You get order from chaos. Every form of order came or stemmed from some form of chaos. You know. So to me, revolution. Yeah, so like everything, you gotta like destroy something to rebuild it, you know? So for me, as like that song kind of represented my destruction era to find express my destruction era to find my new order, which I'm still finding, because I can't say I have I'm arranging myself as days go by, you know? But yeah, that's a lot of what I cover. I also talk a lot of shit like I always do. Yeah, but that's pretty much
is that it's like your therapy, right? Like when you write your music.
Yeah, sometimes, for sure.
Because I can tell you're a very passionate person. You have a lot of stories, and a lot of your music is very personal. It's never just something you haven't lived. It's something you've lived already, something you're experiencing, something you're looking for, or something, you know. It's always a lot of questions and answers in your music and shit. And I like that very much, man. That's really very cool, dude. Not a lot of artists, I think. And I say artists because, you know, you're evolving, you're always changing. There's always something different, you know, and a lot of people don't change, and a lot of people stay comfortable in their zone and don't want to evolve and kind of stay kind of where they're at and making the same money and then complaining why they're not making more and shit. Now that you've turned, you know, can I say how old you turned? Is that
30.
Cool? 30. 30. Now that you've turned 30, man, your music, I know it's not behind you. You said you were focusing on other businesses.
Making some money,
doing like cannabis and stuff, or what's that like?
Yeah, I'm in like a little cannabis world thing. I don't want to talk
too much about it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, a lot of cannabis stuff, behind the scenes stuff, everything legal, of course. But yeah, just.
Is it something you're not gonna look? Are you gonna put the music aside for a while and just focus on that, or are you? Is it 50-50?
I just came back to the music. Like, to be completely honest, my focus to the music has been straight off. Like I haven't focused on music in a minute, bro. Like in a minute. And if
About
I do
4 or
drop
5
a song,
years.
I'll drop a song and disappear for a bit, do my thing, whatever. But now I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, yo, all this thinking about passive income. Let's build my catalog, get some streaming money. You know, let's put the pieces on the chessboard real quick. So I'm gonna devote some time on this, like full time. Do that, build my passive income, and still dabble on the side with what I do.
How do you do all that remaining independent? You're still independent, but you gotta have a team. You gotta have something. I mean, you gotta have someone to help you, bro, because all that shit by yourself is fucking...
Well, I didn't. Well, I don't want to say I did it all by myself. I had producers, I have artists that I've dealt with throughout time and shit. I just added like 2 people to my team. Shout out Ish, shout out Alex. They're helping me kind of put some pieces together, orchestrate put some foundations in place for me to, you know, build Legos on and shit. Yeah, so I'm kind of new to the team thing. I'm gonna be real, because I've always been very to myself, very
Kobe.
Yeah, no, very like, hey, like I don't want to go out and talk to people all the time. I'm not the most social person, like, you know. So like, I know a lot of the music industry is like relationships and shit like that. So I'm just, if I gotta grow, I gotta put myself through awkward,
You gotta go out.
uncomfortable situations.
You gotta go out on a Monday night to fucking Hollywood and go shake hands with somebody that might or might not produce your record and shit, you know.
And pretend like you want to be there.
Yeah,
because sometimes I don't want to be there.
Yeah, I totally get it. I've been there before. I feel like I'm still there sometimes, and it's a part of the game, man. It's something that you got to do, bro. But I think that once you find like real people that you vibe with, I think those are the kind of relationships you kind of keep cool with and make the effort to keep around and whatnot, because in the future, you know, it's going to be beneficial. But if you do like anything else, like meet up with someone who's fake and shit and try to keep it cool with them, it's always going to be some bullshit, bro.
100%. That's why I gave them a heads up. My boy Ish and shit. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm very calm around y'all right now, but I'm going to let y'all know. And they saw a piece of it, I'm sure. We went to the Dodgers game, you know. I'm a spaz, fool. Like, I'm a talker. Like, right now, we keeping it cool. We talking civil. Everybody has their little personas, their masks they put towards, right? But I told him, like, hey, bro, if we're going to do this shit, you got to be comfortable around me. You know, this is the type of shit I'm into. This is my energy. I'm a fucking spaz. Like, if you're down to rock with it, we rock with it, you know? But, and they're down. And I feel like we could relate a lot. Like, yeah, it's dope.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
How long have you had a team for?
Yeah, we just reconnected. Well, we didn't really do anything when we first connected, but we reconnected, and I'd say they've been in the picture only like a couple months right now, you know?
That's cool.
But they already kind of lined some stuff up that I'm very appreciative of, and they've already done some things where I'm like, all right, like they're serious, so I need to be serious too.
It's about time, man. You're 30, bro. You got to buckle down. You got to get serious, you know?
Hey, shout out to all the older rappers, you know? Like,
man, it's not, you're young, bro. Ain't nothing about being young or old and shit. You think you're old?
No. and this is the good thing about me. Like, if I shave all the facial hair, I'm fucking like, I'm 24 again, you know? Like I have a baby face. Like, thank God. Maybe the bags under my eyes might fucking reveal my age and shit, but I'm very, I have like a youthful looking face or whatever, or even voice. My voice never really got crazy deep, you know, like I got a high pitched voice and shit. So a lot of people still sometimes, oh, you're young, or you're young. Like, bro, I'm 30. Like, you're 30. I'm like, right now, probably, I'm trying to grow out the beard. I ain't trying to get carded at bars no more when I'm with chicks and shit. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But, nah, so like, I feel like I have that advantage, and also like the fact that I have that. And then also have the inspiration of seeing like rappers come back at a later, like Pusha T, bro. That fool's dope, man. And I love like his story. Like right now he's like popping again, and he's like been in the game for like fucking since Clips, you know.
Yeah.
And then, like, and he still has a youthful energy to his ass, you know. Like, I don't know, like Pusha T, like seeing older.
He's
rappers.
still relevant, and he finds a way to get. And it's also like I love Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg still finds a way to be relevant, be in somebody's face, and all without like doing music and shit.
Yeah, that was everywhere.
That shit is dope, dog. Like, what is the secret to that? You know what I mean?
That was like in basketball commercials, Viagra commercials,
Corona commercials.
He was getting the bag.
Bro,
he was like getting the bag.
You don't even gotta record music. What's up, guys? Are you tired of the same lame drinks, chips, and candy every time you go to the store when you get the munchies? Well, check out El Guache's Exotics and Smoke Shop. There you're gonna find drinks, chips, candies, cereals, and a whole bunch of other snacks for you to choose from. They're located in Maywood, okay? El Guache's at 6033 Atlantic Boulevard, Suite number 4. They're more than likely gonna satisfy your munchies and your cravings. Let them know that J9 from the Forever Up podcast sent you, because El Guache's mission is to bring you the world one snack at a time. No more.
Nah.
Do you hope to get to that point?
No.
To like stop recording music, or is music always gonna be just a part of you, and it's always gonna be like your main thing?
No, I don't want it to be my main thing. Like when I don't want to be having to go on tour when I'm 50 or like things. So like maybe like okay, it depends on my energy, man. Where my energy is kind of placed and what makes sense at the moment. You know, right now I'm like literally giving myself like a handful of years that I'm gonna like I'm gonna go like 100 with the music, because I haven't for a long time. So it's really timing and what makes sense at the time for me. I'm gonna be real with you. I can't come up here and start fronting acting like this is like I'm gonna make it, bro. I'm gonna be the next guy. I'm gonna be like, that's not me. I'm just enjoying it. I'm doing my thing. I'm interacting with the fans during the shows. I love the energies or the stories they tell me how my music helped them or whatever. Like that's the type of shit that makes me want to do it again. Like when I do a show, I want to do another show like in a week or 2 weeks because I'm just like, yo, that energy that we like exchanged or that I exchanged with these people, like. It's fulfilling. It's like it's like the serotonin, not the dopamine.
The fucking just kicking in and shit.
Yeah. But no, that would be more dopamine. For me, it's more passion driven. It's more serotonin. More like, all right, like we connect. You feel me? And then I leave and I'll wake up and I'll literally like lay in bed for an hour and be like, then that person told me this story about this and this and that. And I know they ain't bullshitting because they have specific parts of the song that they remember and they say it so. I'm like, bro, this means a lot to me.
That's fucking cool, dog. Yeah. And I think that's like that should be a goal for like everyone who writes their music, right? People kind of always like artists want to hear like, oh, my favorite part is this and this, and when they actually catch on to something you wrote and you meant it the way they caught it, you know, you're just like, oh fuck, my job is done here. Like I did a good job.
For sure.
That's really cool, man. When you were 16 when you started making music, is it something that you discovered that you knew how to do, like write music, or something you just kind of fell into or focused on just to be that person?
That's good. I fell on my lap because I used to freestyle with skate. I was a skater and a tagger, right?
Goofy or regular?
Regular.
Okay, cool now.
And then somebody just came. I would freestyle, fuck around. I loved Bone Thugs when I was young, right? And they're like, oh, you should come through and write some stuff. And then honestly, that's when it all started off that. And then after that, I was doing it for ego reasons. Oh, girls like me because of the music or this and that. So I wasn't taking no business serious. I was doing it for the attention, ego driven. I was like fucking, I was a shy kid growing up my whole life, right? So like getting attention all of a sudden, to me was like, oh shit, it created a false personality. I'm gonna be real, like self-provoked is like literally, it's me, but it's only a small aspect of me, which is like my shit talking, arrogant, fucking type of side, you know. But there's a lot more, obviously a lot more to me, a lot more to many artists and shit. But I did create like a little false persona off the music, especially if you're starting at like 14, 15 years old, bro. You're getting all this attention. You think you're the shit. You think your shit don't stand. You think so. I dealt with that, and I thought I was the man at one point.
Social media was kind of already like taking off, man. MySpace was popping. I'm sure your music was on your background or something, right?
How I seen it, bro. Like I was one in the area. I was one of the first artists. Like shout out MC Germ, shout out Severe. These are old like Valley cats that like kind of started with the MySpace thing, right? But besides them, like I was kind of one of the, not talking worldwide in my area, like little rapper underground guy with a music video from like a little camera. But it was a big deal back in the day. It was like 2007 or 8, and it's like, how does this kid have a music video? I went to school with him. What the fuck?
Yeah. So does he have the time?
Or like money and how do you make it? Bro, it was my homie with a little ass fucking camera. A homie like just did some edit thing, and it was mind blowing. It was like. Yeah, I remember we were so hyped about that first music. We got like 1,000 views in like a few days, and we're like, bro, this is our ticket. Like we got this, you know. And
what year was that when you said, bro, this is our ticket? Like that's it. Like I'm gonna focus on this and make money off it.
14. Oh no. Oh. Okay.
So from the time that it fell on your lap to that time.
So when it fell on my lap, and this is my ticket to like getting all the material, the bullshit, like the girls' attention. I'm the man. So that's what. I didn't start tapping
First you get the power, then you get the money.
Yeah. So I wasn't looking at it right. But once I started like seeing, I can make money off this, is when I started throwing my own shows in backyards. So I used to pay people like $200 to use their crib. Freaking like 100, 150, 200 people would come up. I'd be selling tickets for $15, $10. I'd leave with racks, with merch and stuff. So I literally was like making bread, counting money in my room. Like, you know, just like, okay, I'm
by yourself, money. Like none of your homies were counting money and shit. Like,
no, it was just because I was paying for the security. No one helped me anything. Like as far as like organizing the show. Like if anything, like shout out my homies, I love them, or people who were my homies at the time, but they would show up late to their set time. They didn't take it serious because they were homies or they knew me, so they didn't think they had to be so professional or whatever. But yeah, bro. Like I was just like booking it. Oh, and then I would have homies pretend to be the ones that were orchestrating the shows with the people, because I didn't want the house people to deal directly with me, because I feel like it would kind of make it look less, even though we're doing it in the backyard, you don't have to look professional. But I was just always trying to put a middleman to act like the manager or the face that's emailing the people or texting the people, you know? So I always did stuff like that. And I would always use my homies, my best friend from middle school, his name was Eddie Estrada. So like when I would send emails or text messages to these people, I'd be like, hi, this is Eddie Estrada, we're organizing a show with Provoked, we got this number. Yeah, so that's how I would do it.
Damn, dog. And that's really cool. You started making your money. This is all in high school, shortly fresh out of high school. Yes. And now when you're out of high school, you say no to college and continue your music career. Mm-hmm. Like give a, for the new artists out there, kind of give a blueprint on how to kind of,
I wouldn't follow my blueprint. If anything, learn from my mistakes, because I wasn't even making that much money off music at a certain. I was struggling at one point, like barely scraping by. Like
what's the one thing you wish you would have known when you really got into the music industry before you got in it?
To be more business oriented and understand the powers of relationships, because I didn't back in the day, and I didn't really care. Like I'd be like, you want to work? If you don't want to work, if you're being hard to work with, or like I was half-assing it, bro. To be honest,
you think it's a big problem amongst the Latino community? I know it is sometimes amongst Mexicans, because there's a saying in Spanish that says, el peor enemigo de un mexicano es otro mexicano. You know, your worst enemy, like the worst enemy of a Mexican is another Mexican. You know, you think that as Latinos, we don't help each other enough? There's a lot of ego that goes into our shit. Like, what can we do to like stop that? You know, or why do we hate?
Amongst our own people?
Yeah, amongst our own people, like Mexicans and Argentinians, but like amongst all of us, like here in LA. Like,
I don't see color when I do business with people. I'm gonna be real with you. Like if I'm like genuinely, if I feel a vibe with somebody, I'll work with them or something. I don't care if they're black, white, brown, whatever. Like, so to me, race, I don't view through the lens race. I really, the lens of race, I don't do it. Obviously, like there's things I'm familiar with, so obviously I would try to I'll gravitate towards my people, towards certain things or whatever. But as far as business or even just friendships, bro, like to me it's just, if you're a genuine dope person, like that's all that matters to me. Like I have a lot of homies who like I think brainwash themselves to hate white people. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of history that has I get it. But bro, all that's poison. Holding on to that is poison. If your outlook on life is like, that person don't mess with me, that person I don't want to do, like, you're setting yourself up.
And you're only limiting yourself, I think, which is the message I think that what I was trying to get across is that I think it's important to have those relationships and to get out of our own head.
Yeah, for sure.
To in order for us to progress and keep growing as people.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to do this music industry. This music industry is hard, bro, and it's even harder when you're in it by yourself, and it's like you're like the only Latino that's trying to do, you know, music that's dominated by, you know, another group or whatever. You can, you know.
Yeah.
It's shit's hard, dog.
Yeah,
you know? And I think that once we get past that whole like, oh, I don't like that fool cause hey, fucking he dressed like me and shit. We all say fool. We all, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit. Get past that shit and start a group because y'all dress like each other and shit or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, make some money together, damn it. Fuck, man. Are you a big soccer fan?
Only when the World Cup's playing. So no, I'm a poser. I'm one of those posers that only like when Argentina's like in the cup, or if Peru finally like makes it. Like,
so I was gonna ask you like some trivia questions real quick, like some Argentinian shit. But I think you know this though, bro. Like every
Riverside.
Well, see, I was gonna have you fill in the blanks, like Boca.
A Riverside.
No, Boca.
River Plate.
That's River Plate. That's one. Pero Boca
Junior.
Yeah, Boca Juniors.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like their rival.
I was going to say River, and he would have said Plate. I said Boca, you would have said Junior.
That's the only team I know.
What, I know you know this, dog. I'm willing to bet money on this shit. What stadium does Boca Juniors play in? It's a famous one. I can help you out.
In Argentina?
Yeah.
I don't know.
La bombonera. Okay. I only know that because Chivas played. I'm a big soccer fan, bro, and Chivas played there. Libertadores, like semifinal. It's like a international competition that happens only usually in South America. The Mexican team got invited. Boca Juniors was the favorite to win it. Boca Juniors, being the biggest team that it is, was beaten by Chivas 4-0 in Guadalajara. And my dad went and he showed me pictures and he showed me video of the Argentinian like fans crying. They were like the Boca Juniors, like because it's that shit is. I don't think people understand that shit it's a passion, dog, and they live the shit out of it down there, man.
No, they get down for that for sure.
I think that's something you should live. Have you ever been to a game down there before?
Nah.
You should. I think you should experience that shit, bro.
I'm gonna get really drunk.
Hell yeah, get all. Trust me, you'll fit right in, bro. Fuck yeah. Get really drunk, go to La Bombonera, and you should catch like a Boca Juniors River Plate fucking match. That's like one of my goals when I travel. When I travel, want to go to Europe. I want to catch a big ass derby match and shit.
That would be an experience for sure. Yeah.
Do you like any kind of sports? Are you really into anything?
When I was younger, I used to watch basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah, but like when Iverson was when Ginobili. I don't know when he retired, but when Ginobili, Iverson. Tim Duncan.
Man, was Robinson still playing too?
Yeah, Robinson, Ori. When bro, I think I stopped watching basketball.
Fox. Rick Fox.
That rings a bell, but I don't
vividly
remember. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're part of that team for that 3P team.
Yeah, bro. But I had a basketball phase. I played basketball in high school, I think until 10th grade.
So you're a Lakers or Clippers fan?
Right now I don't keep up. Nah, I can't.
You should just say Lakers, fool. Just say it. Say Lakers.
I'd be faking the fun, but Lakers, because I live here. Fuck it.
You don't want to say Clippers. I mean, no one wants to say Clippers, dog.
Yeah, I have this little thing. I don't know if it's subconscious, but I always root for the underdog. So I feel like Clippers might be the underdog, but I can't say I root for them.
Do you root for the underdog because you feel like you're still the underdog, or do you feel like the underdog?
No, I just like seeing people like fulfill their potential and like get to where they're supposed to be, you know. So I like seeing the process of that.
Do you feel like you're almost at your potential? Or you reach your potential?
In what sense?
Music-wise.
Oh, music-wise. No, I haven't put enough heavy work yet. So that's tricky, bro, because there's so many different like forms of expression within a career or within a time frame. So it's like, hey, that could be like your full potential of one aspect of self, and another one could be your lyrical wordplay. This one could be more expressing ideas. So there's different primes to me. Like, it's just so like there's different degrees to everything.
Right now, what's your end goal
with music?
Yes.
Create a good connection. Well, for number one, connecting with people and helping in a non. How do I say this? Like to me, just wake people up in some way. So to me, it's connecting with people, let them know that, hey, bro, I think you guys are like, a lot of people are holding themselves back, you know? So like share my experiences and things that have held me back throughout time. And then just try to share those experiences so somebody can be like, dude, I fucking deal with anxiety too, or I deal with this too, or I haven't been able to do this because of A or B or whatever. And then have somebody on the forefront speaking about that openly, without trying to be Mr. Macho Man and all that. You know, like, I feel like that helps people. Like, when when people let their guard down, bro, like, you could do wonders for other people, because everyone thinks everybody else is, like, living a perfect life, you know? And then everybody's just like, damn, why aren't I happy? Why aren't I this? Why aren't I that? It's like, bro, like, because you don't know the reason why pretty much they haven't analyzed their neighbor's actual life, an actual psyche, an actual being, you know? Like,
anybody can look like a winner on Instagram. I could post 1 million, interviews of me, with a lot of dope ass artists such as yourself, but they won't see all the interviews of all the artists that are not popping or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm not popping, or you know what I mean? Like, social media, I think, is to blame for that shit, dog. I think social media is definitely not an illness, but I think it's something that affects people day to day so much that we need to disconnect from that shit a few hours a day, every day.
Yeah, separate entertainment from
I know people that I hang out with that drive, bro, and fucking, phone in their hand, dog, like, you got Bluetooth on your car, you know what I mean? Like, you can put the phone down, like, or the first thing they do is, like, they wake up and they check their phone, they check social media. Not even like an article on a newspaper. Social media. You go to social media to confirm. What happens when an earthquake happens? Where do you go? Fucking Twitter, bro.
Am I tripping? Go Twitter.
Am I Twitter? No, the homeboy felt it and he lives down the street. I know it was a fucking earthquake.
Yeah.
Man, so how much do you think social media is to blame for this? And do you think there's a way to kind of save ourselves from that? Or is it almost like a time bomb where it's just going to get bigger and bigger and it's just going to kind of...
Well, it's honestly, it comes to the individual. Like, honestly, like, we're told all the time, like, hey, social media isn't real, or you're altering your perspective on life due to these things, right? And we all know this. It's not like it's fucking like hard to tell, right? So it's about the people who actually want to take action and be like, yo, what can I do to live a healthy life? Because it's not healthy, bro.
Yeah.
It's not healthy to continuously like check your phone, check if you're being validated, check if like, bro, like you're literally, and no one is, themselves is so vague, but like what I'm saying is everybody's so easily influenced to what is in at the moment, where there's no identity, like no, it's a uniform, and it's like, and even the personas are so I don't know, man. It just sucks.
They're fabricated.
It's sad.
very,
It's sad, bro, because you can't talk to somebody. It takes, you gotta like etch at them for a while to get to like understand an actual person. Everybody just got this freaking mask on. It sucks.
It's I think it's more than just the mask, bro. It's just layers of a fucking rock or something, or like a costume, dude. And you're, like you said, you're just layering your way, trying to figure out the people, and you can't.
Yeah, and people think that's themselves too. That's the crazy. They're brainwashed. Like they're subconscious. Because what? I'm sure this is basic. Like conscious, subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is your actual blueprint, your whole, which is literally your literal outlook, right? So if you're literally, damn, I drew a blank real quick. What were we talking about? Oh, huh?
The unconscious mind.
Oh yeah, okay. So if people aren't aware how influenced we're being subconsciously through what we've glorified, through media, through pop culture, through whatever, if people could separate and understand that it's influencing them, so consume with caution, kind of enjoy it, but realize,
Or
bro, you don't have
filter your shit out.
Yeah, you don't have to go and blow your check on Gucci just so you could like maneuver within this false reality real quick, because. Yeah.
You know what? I think some of it is not even social media. A lot of the times, well, it is social media in connection with the internet and like Google and all these smart companies and stuff that sell your information.
Yeah.
So right now we're talking. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we're gonna talk about that.
No.
No? Okay. It's all good. We'll talk.
Well, vaguely, but not.
No,
crazy.
I'll fair it. No, it's
like,
cool.
Yeah, not too much.
Because woo, man. All right. We can talk for hours, my friend. No, but like I was saying, a lot of people, I think, talk about it. Like right now we're talking about stuff. Your phone hears it, and next thing you know, you jump on social media and you're going to see an ad for whatever it is. I saw an ad for, I mean, damn, don't judge me and shit, but I saw for therapy and shit and how to find a therapist and stuff like that. I'm like, what? Like, what did I say or what did I look for that made that pop up? You know? My girl was talking about bags, and then all of a sudden, like, all these apps that sell Louis Vuitton bags and shit pop up. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, technology is interfering with our development, obviously, right? But it's not just social media, it's even foods. Like they're literally in labs trying to see what spikes the most dopamine in somebody's head. Like, okay, if they eat this chocolate, but we infuse it with some other type of whatever they need to put in order to make it more flavorful, so your dopamine levels spike crazy when you take it, you're gonna keep wanting that product. So they understand the addictive nature of humans, and they use it against us. And like I said, that comes with perspective as well. Billboards, you're not going to be as happy unless you don't get this. You're not going to be this unless you have, like, bro, everybody, and people people fall for that shit, badly.
Big time.
Like, I could play the game, bro. Like, I'm wearing I'm wearing, like, you could wear nice shit, right? And you could go somewhere because you have an intent. All right, these people are living within this reality, so I gotta morph into that and play their game real quick. But you separate yourself from that reality when you get home. You're not gonna be laying on your couch like, you're not
like Tony Montana and shit.
And if you do, you're gonna develop a fucking a psychosis. Like, and don't get me wrong, everything is a psychosis. This is getting a little weirder now, but everything is a psychosis. Culture is a mass psychosis.
It's all about the psyche. You're right. Because being in radio, I remember even just being in the meetings and talking, and our boss talking, our boss saying, okay, it's important that we're repetitive with this and this and this and this. It's repetitive because we have to get into their psyche.
Their subconscious
mind.
Into
their psyche, so they brand the shit out of whatever it is that you're doing. It's just boom, boom, boom,
exactly.
boom, boom.
If we see it one time, we'll consciously acknowledge it and be like, oh, that's interesting. But if we see it all the time, it's eventually not just going to reach our conscious, it's going to reach our subconscious. So now it becomes a part of our actual reality. And that's when we start behaving different because we think that's like our, bro, It's
crazy because we don't think about certain things like when we hear commercials and they the ones that stick. Like for me, since I was little, I'm only gonna say because I don't hear it as much anymore, and I'm not trying to give nobody any like free promotion, but it's like 22, el centro para ganar. And shit, thank you, I appreciate that. But no, dude, I know it's crazy. You try to. So what I did once, And I still try to do it every now and then. I try to buffer out a lot of the bullshit that comes through. But once you're into this like radio industry and stuff, all that shit just kind of starts to come back, and you got to filter out and find your real people again. Like, why doesn't your shit pop up? Why doesn't your fucking story pop up on my timeline? You post all the fucking time. I'm posting, like, you know what I'm saying? Why won't that shit? Why do I have to go looking for you again for you to pop up on my shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's not gonna self-destruct us, but it's keeping us away from reaching our full potential and really as humans.
Yeah, and exploring other aspects of ourselves.
Like right now, I have a baby and I don't want to let him watch TV.
Yeah, good.
I'm not letting them watch TV till, you know, a little older or whatever, but at the same time, like right now, it's just, it's not good. It's a lot of American Sign Language and shit right now, you know, trying to teach them stuff. It's crazy.
It's weird, bro. Like,
man,
yeah,
at 30 years old, bro, your music is amazing. Talk about Celedron.
Yeah.
And your new connects with your team, did that come like through your team?
Yeah. Shout out Ish. He lined that one up. Homie got a beat pack from Celedron.
Woo! Shit, we about to go up.
Yeah, man. So right now, I was supposed to meet him actually at a Dodger game, but I know he's on tour with Wiz, so he got a little busy and stuff like that. But yeah, so I got a beat pack, got 2 songs down so far from 2 of his beats. There's one more I'm working on at the moment. But yeah, bro, I'm excited for that because that's like a level up right there for sure. Producer
for Wiz Khalifa,
Larry June, Key Glock. He's all over the place.
Self-Provoked. You know, add to the list and shit.
You know, we gotta add some value to the name. You know?
But, yeah. Hey, man, you guys are both adding value to each other. How does that make you feel, man? That's gotta feel promising when you have a team that's kind of delivering and putting you into positions to win a little more. Does that give you a little bit more confidence?
Yes, and also I like that I could relate to them, and I also like that they are around people I already knew, like coming up, kind of, you know. So like they ain't bad people, or else out here bad things, because I know a lot of people that know them. You feel me? Yeah. Like I've had people reach out, like big names, bro, like reach out, like, and then I've had people like. Shout out Whack 100. But when Homeboy reached out, bro, my phone was blowing up. They're like, yo, Whack is trying to sign you. Look at his page. And I'm like, what? I go to his page and he's like bumping my music. If you know Self-Provoked, tell him to call me. I found my artist. Blah, blah. He was singing in my song Turntables. Okay. And everybody was blowing my phone up.
That's an old school one too, dog.
Yeah.
That's an old school motherfucking record, dog. Turntables. That's the one where you're walking down the street, right? Like, in the valley somewhere off of
Reseda and Sherman Way, I think. Yeah,
I remember that shit, dog. That's one of the first ones when I first saw, like, yo, this fucking kid is dope, man.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good times. It was fun. That was when I first met shout out my boy Nick Rodriguez. He filmed that video. He actually just had a crazy accident. He was in a hospital, like in an induced coma for a while and stuff. I want to shout out my videographer. That's my day one right there. Shout out Nick Rodriguez. Hell yeah.
Dope, man. Before we finish up, dude, I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your day coming through. Please come back and visit us anytime you want. You got something popping, come through. You want to promote it, you're more than welcome to come through, hang out, fucking blaze one, whatever. Have a brew. We're still here. Aside from that, though, dog, before we leave, I just want to know one thing. Where can we find you? When will you have another show? Can we see any shows from you pretty soon? And drop all your social media outlets, your music outlets and stuff, so that people can get in contact with you as far as like business inquiries and stuff too.
Gotcha. Okay, you can find me on Instagram at selfprovoked818, Twitter at selfprovoked. I just made a TikTok. It's at selfprovoked77. I'm not gonna do no dances though. No, please don't do any fucking dances. And then just YouTube me. My YouTube channel is YouTube/selfprovoked818. And yeah, man. As far as shows go, I'm gonna drop these tracks first, and then I'll start aligning.
When can we expect some of that?
New track, let's say within these 3 weeks.
Ooh, shit!
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping like every 3 weeks, bro. I'm gonna be
like early August, mid-August, around there.
Yeah. Because I just dropped this one a week ago, so I'm every 3 weeks. Yeah.
Orders is on everything: Apple Music, Spotify.
Yes.
Okay, dude. I got you on Spotify. I don't have anything else. I only focus Spotify, so make sure you drop shit on Spotify.
Got you.
All right.
I got you.
All right, for sure, man. Yo, let's give it up for my homie Self-Provoked. Episode number 7 of the Forever Up podcast. I'm the homie J9. I want to give a quick shout out to the homies here at Hops and Barley for letting us use their spot to film our beautiful podcast here at Forever Up. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know who we should interview next. And any questions for Self-Provoked too, I could drop them there and we'll make sure to relay to them. Thank you so much for hanging out, Self. Appreciate it, man. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Time, baby. I ain't never had a silver spoon. Granny house on the couch in the living room. If you living with